NPK, Florida. You can catch up here, stay right where I have to look back at you. Otherwise, you shoot the back of my head. Girly girl. You in focus? You got it going? Good. Wow. You know, the evolution of this from when first got this thing all started, just incredible. Wow. Some badass trailers. When this all started, we were, everybody was in their little car trailers, same shit that we've always had. Now it's evolved to toter homes and triple stacking. Kind of crazy. Really crazy. Oh, am I walking away from you? Okay. So, yesterday when I was walking down through here, or when we first got here, kind of walking around, I'm looking, I'm like, wow. Some of the cars that are here are just incredible. I mean, they're incredible cars. Stuff that you would expect to see at Radio versus the World. And stuff like that. Not something you would really think you would see at a no-prep race. So, the evolution of this, which everything evolves and everything gets faster. This has evolved so fast that I don't think anybody's seen this coming. Go check out this track. That's what I'm interested in too. But you know, when I'm looking at all those cars and all the years of me racing, I've never, I understand and I realize, I understand and realize that I've always been the underdog. But for the first time pulling in here, I actually felt that way. So, looking at the kinds of cars out here, it's just unbelievable. You afraid you're gonna trip and fall? You can say slow down. It's incredible the level that this has become. And it's a level that everything progresses to after a while. It's just done it so fast here. It's just hard to believe. I mean, there's literally cars here like you would envision seeing at Radio versus the World or Radio versus the Wallet. There you go. Stacey's doing a little sachet. You look good doing that sachet too, girl.
What's up?
What's up?
If I do this, then you have to slow down.
Right.
This is a racetrack, but we don't foot race.
Oh, is that right? So, the other part of when I was looking at all these cars and feeling like the underdog, the truth of the matter, are you sure our insurance is up for you to be walking backwards?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But the actual truth of the matter is, I felt like an underdog, but I still feel like we can win. There are cars here that the motors, the engine alone, costs more than my whole entire car. Now, not saying that my car's a cheap car. I don't have a whole bunch of money in it because me and my brothers built it. You know, with a little help from like Clayton at Chassis Engineering and some of the people around. So I've got a very, very nice car, but there's $400,000 cars out here. I mean, literally cars that are $400,000 to $500,000. And I'm still stupid enough to believe that we can kick their ass. I built the lightest combination car. Come on, we'll go over here and stand if you want. Step for a minute if you want. Now let's look at the racetrack first.
Okay.
I built the lightest combination based on the horsepower that I can afford to build. Because regardless of what everybody thinks, I don't have the kind of money. I don't have $400,000 to put in a car. And if I did, I wouldn't put it in it. I'm gonna be honest with you. There's no way I'd spend that kind of money. I'd go buy my family something. But everything progresses really fast like this. Just anything has to do with Street Outlaws, it progresses 10 times faster. So when I'm looking at all those cars and A smart person should be saying, fuck this, I'm going home. There ain't no way I can compete at this level. But I think the people that I got helping me, the fact that we built our car so we know our car, unlike some of these guys are gonna I think are gonna have a little bit of struggle, getting the kind of power that they're making, because the power they're making is off the chain. You need me to turn around so the sun's out of your eyes?
Mm-hmm.
All you gotta do is say something, honey. The only combination that I ever thought was comparable to the one that I that I chose to do would be the screw Hemi. Heavier car, but an abundance of power and instantly. Only thing about a screw is screws are violent. And they'll build 60 pounds of boost right here on this starting line. They're nasty. There's no thing makes power like a screw. That's why all the queers in NHRA, oh, we can't have that. Because they wanted to, like everything else, they wanted to rule it to death. Everything in this world gets ruled to death. Anything fun in racing gets ruled to death. And there's going to be a transition here that I see coming, that the rules are going to change things. Rules are supposed to make shit even, but that really isn't the case. What rules do, the more rules you put on, the more opportunity you give guys with money to figure out how to get around the rules, cheat the rules, or buy their way around the rules. And that's the truth of it. No matter what anybody says, 10-5 Outlaw, the greatest racing sport ever. Real cars, look like real cars, back half cars that were badass factory front suspension. They ruled that thing until now it's gone. I hope that this don't get to the point, and I see, and by no means am I downing anybody, so you guys don't even fucking take off with that bullshit. But I see the people that helped start this, when we started all this, Mike Murillo, Joe Dominator Woods, Sean Wilhoit, the HPP boys, Eric Bain and Manny and Ozzy. And dadgum, I just rolled him up on his car last night.
Oh, Jerry Bird.
Yeah, Jerry Bird.
Don't slam my door.
I said, fuck slamming your door. I'm going to slam you. So I picked him up, rolled him on his car, and then I said, hey, we'll fight about this later. But that brand new pretty paint job, took my fingernail and I scratched it. I said, that way I fucked your car up first. But, Jerry and Daryl Bird, these guys, none of us can compete on this level. I don't care who. There's a lot of money in some of these cars. I mean, don't get me wrong, they're incredible cars. But the guys like that, we're gonna have a tough time competing. I got a super light car, and that's why I built the super light car, because I knew I didn't have the money to run the horsepower it's gonna take. I mean, these cars are running 380s, guys. 380s. You know how long it took for ProMods to run 380s? How long it took for Radio versus the World to go to 380s? It's like bam, bam, bam. 2-3 years. It's been going, what have we been doing this for? 5 years now?
5, yeah.
5 years after it first started. And when we first started, if you could run a 440, James Finney, when I first started no prep racing, none of these guys were doing no prep racing, but James Finney came in to no prep racing right after us. And he had a car that ran 440s. 440s, and he dominated. I mean, Birdman was the guy to beat at a no prep race at 440s. Now, it takes 380s in the finals. It takes 380s in the semis. You're gonna have to run 390s to even go rounds with this deal. That's the progression of how this has grown and how fast it's growing. And I mean, progression and growth is a good thing, other than the fact that I'm going to see a lot of the people, including me, that are not going to be able to compete at this level. But I think this is all of our year. If you got the right combination, and while these guys are trying to figure out these wicked fast combinations, and they're going to have to figure them out. They're going to have to figure them out. So it's like I told Mike Murillo yesterday, and I told Dominator, and I told Jerry Bird, this is our chance. This is our chance to try to slide in there with less and do more. I'm too stupid to think that we can't win. Because like I've told you guys 1,000 times, the day I roll through a racetrack and I feel like that I don't have a chance of winning, will be the day I'll load my car up and I'll go home and you guys will never see me at a racetrack ever again or anywhere. I can't. It's just like right now, the car's broke. Could we have got the wheel and tire on it? Yes. Could I tried to make some hits yesterday and try to get in here? Yes. But I made myself a promise. I made all you guys a promise. If we're going to do this, I'm going to try to win. So until that car goes back-to-back 390s, there's no point in me racing it. Because that's what it's going to take just to go rounds. I don't know if we got what it takes. I don't know if we got enough to win every time. Absolutely not. Or do we have enough to win every time? No. Do we have the chance that the moon and the stars and the draw is right and we read the track right and we play smart, that we can't shove my home-built fucking car straight up everybody's ass? Yes, we do. Look at this track. I watched cars running last night. I know they had to pin on the threes. Crazy. Ah, it's a racetrack. It's definitely a racetrack.
We haven't come out of our shoes yet, so that's a bonus.
We come out of our shoes and I will turn around and load my shit up and go home. Because there is no point. I don't have a car that'll work on that. So, it's wild. But I still think I made the right play. I built the right combination. I went with weight instead of power. And we'll see how that works for me. But I like our odds. I like our chances. Plus, Kyle Kirker is so over-the-top enthusiastic about this that it's got me more excited. It's got Stacy more excited. Guess we had a boo-boo here last night, did we? What's up?
What's that?
Oh, something you don't want to get over into.
Well, you sure don't.
Huh. So the great divider, almost this has always been at the 330. If the car's at the 330, Pro Charger cars, screw cars, everything that makes a lot of power down low. What are we? There's the 60, so we're probably probably 330 right here. Yeah. Still got a super light car. And we got a good combination that don't break. So we'll play the game of transition. Maybe I'm just too stupid to be scared, but I'm still not scared. This may be our last year being able to do this. But no matter what, they're gonna know that we were here. We're out.